Alright boys, welcome back to another video. Knicks Daily here. Today we're going to be doing sort of an off-season preview. We're just a couple of weeks away from free agency and the Knicks are going to have some decisions to make. So you take a look at our current free agents. Of course, you got DeLon Wright, Cameron Payne, Landry Shamet, Precious Achiuwa. Ariel Hukporti is on a team option, so the Knicks certainly are going to pick that up. PJ Tucker is an interesting one because if the Knicks decline that, well, they're going to save about $3 million. Kevin McCullough Jr. is restricted, Anton Watson restricted, and then Marjan Bijamp is restricted. Okay, so the younger guys are going to be back, but replacing the key guys off of the bench, the veterans, is going to be the thing for the Knicks because we don't have much money, as we all know to this point. Cat is eligible for an extension. He's making over $50 million a year. Mikal Bridges is also eligible for an extension. Mitchell Robinson has 1 year left on his deal. Jalen Brunson's locked up. Josh Hart's locked up. OG's locked up. So, I mean, the Knicks are essentially going to be going into next season with the same team. All they can do is just strengthen their bench, or at the very least, bring back the same bench. Precious Achiuwa, unfortunately, there's been multiple reports that have come out saying that he is not likely to be back with the Knicks. It's funny because 2 days ago he posted on his Instagram story of him watching the finals saying that the Knicks just let it slip away. I mean, the Knicks should 100% be playing right now. Game 1, I mean, that's going to haunt us for a long time. I mean, literally, we're going to be talking about that game for probably like the rest of our lives. Unless the Knicks win the championship next year, then nobody's really going to care. But in terms of like DeLon Wright, for example, that's a minimum guy who could play defense, who can play make. He can even shoot the open three ball. Just a crafty veteran. He was able to come in against the Pacers and immediately make an impact with his on-ball, just pestering defense. Landry Shamet stayed ready. I did not expect him to play that good of defense, but that's just what fresh legs do and trying to earn minutes. And Shamet, we all know that he could shoot the three ball. He was great. And that's something the Knicks just didn't do well in the playoffs. They did not shoot the three ball well, which is why Shamet's even more important to bring back. And especially Karl-Anthony Towns. I mean, he's known for shooting the three, and he just didn't do it for some reason in the playoffs. I mean, I'm sure an injury had something to do with that. That was lingering or something like that. Cam Payne did not play well against the Pacers. Ended up just flat out being out of the rotation altogether. But he had his moments. I thought in the regular season he backed up Brunson well. Game 1 against the Pistons, the Knicks don't win that without Cameron Payne, and who knows how that series goes if they don't win that because they lost Game 2. So I personally would not like to see Cam Payne come back. I do think he's a good presence in the locker room. I think he just comes to work every day with the right attitude. But in terms of his ability, I mean, we kind of just saw in the playoffs that he wasn't consistent, and I think the Knicks could bring in a better guard. Even Chris Paul. I mean, let me know if you disagree. I'd flat out rather have Chris Paul backing up Brunson than I would Cameron Payne, because to that point, you've got Chris Paul and Jalen Brunson working with Tyler Kolek, and who better to be working with Kolek than those two guys in the league? So that would be cool. Precious Achiuwa, to me, is a must bring back. I don't think the Knicks will bring him back. He's not going to be cheap. But with the new coach coming in, he's certainly going to use Achiuwa in the rotation, and I think there's a huge opportunity to be able to do that. And then you look at PJ Tucker. I would love PJ Tucker back, but just not for what he's currently making. If he was vets and minimum, I would do it, but he's not. So I think you got to let PJ go. And then who else? We're talking about DeLon Wright and Landry Shamet, to me, are must bring backs. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So the rest of the money is going to just go into filling out the rest of the bench. The Knicks are entering the offseason with $200 million in salary and 4 roster spots available. They are $3.8 million over the first apron and $8 million below the second. So $3.5 million in financial relief if the team option of PJ Tucker is declined. You'd have to imagine they will decline that. That money would end up giving the Knicks a lot of flexibility. So if New York, if they end up signing a player to the $5.7 million tax mid-level exception, then the second apron is triggered. The Knicks are allowed to make trades but cannot use more than 100% of the traded player exception if the post-transactional salary exceeds the first apron. So essentially, you can't do anything. I mean, the Knicks, they'd have to take more money back than they're getting. I don't think they're going to go over the second apron. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, look at the team like the Celtics. They won their championship, but now they're kind of falling apart, and they're just begging teams to come trade for a Drew Holiday or a Derek White. Derek White's on a good contract. Drew Holiday's really not on the best contract, and they want a first, which is just absurd. I don't want to see the Knicks go out there and set themselves backwards for the future. Like, yeah, I mean, if the Knicks win next year's championship, but then the future is kind of like iffy, I mean, I would take that. I think pretty much any Knicks fan would take that because they won a championship. But at the same time, you want to set yourselves up to be able to win for the next couple of years with Bridges and Cat and OG and Hart. Like, there's really no excuse for the Knicks I can't think of a way to phrase that, honestly, but I just don't want to see the future of the Knicks be hindered because of a couple of stupid mistakes. I think the biggest thing this offseason is going to be, honestly, what they do with Mikal Bridges, because he is eligible to get paid a lot of money. I'm going to have to pull up my notes so I can give you guys the exact number. And so Bridges, he is eligible for a $156.1 million extension over 4 years. If the extension starts at $34 million, New York is projected $30 million below the second apron in 2026-27. I don't think you can pay Bridges that. I mean, if you were to be like, okay, I only am signing for that, then you kind of have no choice because you gave up 5 picks for him. But from the moment Bridges was traded here, I mean, I read everywhere that he was going to take a Jalen Brunson type pay cut. I mean, how could you not? I mean, the Knicks are right there to win a championship. You just saw your best friend in Brunson take a pay cut. I mean, it just seems kind of greedy to ask for the most amount of money. Same thing with Cat, honestly. Is Cat's already making a lot of money. So for the Knicks to go out there and to give him an extension where he's a max player, like Cat's not a max player. Cat's not even a 1A guy. I'm not trying to pick on Cat. Like, Cat's an all-NBA player. He's phenomenal, but he's a 1B. And we saw in Minnesota that they weren't able to win because, you know, Ant is going to have to be the go-to guy. And Ant got a lot better this year, which is why the Timberwolves ended up getting back to the Western Conference Finals. But Cat making $60 million a year is just not going to cut it for me. That's ridiculous. It's preposterous. Jalen Brunson, absolutely. I mean, you could argue Jalen Brunson is a max type of player, but thankfully he took a pay cut because, I mean, where would the Knicks be right now without that pay cut? I mean, we'd be talking about them literally having no wiggle room at all. But now at least they have some options to be able to strengthen their bench. It's not like they're completely screwed like the Celtics are. So yeah, going out there and of course making sure that Mikal signs a team-friendly extension. I'm not saying it has to be dirt cheap, but just like a Brunson type of level. And Mikal had a down year, I get that. Let's give him one more year though, with a new coach and a new system. Especially Taylor Jenkins with his spacing offense. I think Mikal would thrive off of that. So yeah, I'll just kind of pump the brakes on, oh, the Knicks gave up 5 firsts for Mikal. They should have kept them and used it for Giannis. I mean, even if the Knicks hadn't traded for Mikal, and let's just say that they had all their picks and they had that money, are they still going to get Giannis? Because you're the Bucks, you trade Giannis to the Knicks. For one, he's in your conference. And for two, it's Knicks picks with Giannis. So that's the thing about Knicks picks. Like, ask the Nets. I mean, yeah, they got 5 firsts, but it was like, was it 26, 27? So to that point, I mean, I'd just rather have Mikal than be getting picks at the end of the first round every year. So that's kind of my thing. I mean, I'm not trying to make excuses. Mikal still needs to play better. But I just think that Mikal gets made fun of a lot for the trade. But, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather have Mikal than a bunch of high schoolers, you know? I mean, guys that aren't even playing right now. I mean, without Mikal, the Knicks would not have beaten the Celtics because he made, first of all, he had a great fourth quarter run. I don't even remember what game it was because, like, feels like an eternity ago. But was it game? I don't remember if it was game 1 or 2. But one of the games he erupted in the fourth quarter, and then defensively in the fourth quarter, I mean, stop after stop. And Mikal was great against the Celtics, but I mean, he needs to get back to that guy where he's 18 to 20 points a night, good efficiency, and all NBA type of defense. I mean, this is the former runner-up to Marcus Smart for the Defensive Player of the Year. That Mikal was just nowhere to be found. But I mean, again, it's his first year in a new system, and he had just been with the Nets where he was the guy, and now all of a sudden he's the third option essentially behind Brunson and Cat. So yeah, in terms of the Mikal trade, would I do it again? I'm not gonna lie, probably not. But at the same time, let's just kind of see what happens. He's still young. I mean, Mikal's, like 26, 27? Like, I think Mikal at the very oldest is 27. So he's still super young. His best basketball is ahead of him. And it's just going to come down to the coach, man. Like, Mike Brown would be phenomenal. Taylor Jenkins would be great. I think Johnny Bryant would be good. I just can't wait to see who the new coach is. I think that's going to really determine the Knicks ceiling. But yeah, I'm out, guys. Peace.